Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be going over the answers for the Pythagorean Theorem problems you had on your review sheet. The answers to questions 1 through 5 are posted on the screen at the moment, so if you just want to check your work, pause the video right now. Otherwise, we're going to get into the explanations in just a moment. Okay, question 1 states that A is 7, B is 9, and asks us to find C. Now, when a problem is stated like this, it's always referring to kind of a general right triangle where A and B stand for the legs and C is hypotenuse. So let's just set up the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared for right triangles. A and B are the legs and C is the hypotenuse, and let's just plug in and solve for C. So 7 squared plus 9 squared is equal to C squared. 49 plus 81 is equal to C squared. 130 is equal to C squared. Now taking the square root of both sides, C is going to be equal to positive or negative the square root of 130. In Pythagorean theorem problems, we're always going to be taking the positive square root, since we're talking about the length of a triangle. And at this point, I just want to see if I can simplify root 130 any further. I don't think there are any perfect squares that go into 130, so C is just the square root of 130. In question 2, A is 3. They tell us C equals 6 and ask us to find B. So, with A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Let me make sure that I'm making my 6's and B's recognizable. A squared 3 squared plus B squared is equal to 6 squared. 9 plus B squared is equal to 36. So B squared should be equal to, subtracting 9 from both sides, 27. So that means B must be positive or negative root 27. There is a perfect square that goes in 27. It's 9. So B, ignoring the negative answer for now, is root 9 times root 3. So B is 3 root 3. For question number 3, we're told that B equals 24, C equals 26. What is A? So setting things up, A squared plus B squared is C squared. We're solving for A, plus 24 squared is equal to 26 squared. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of multiplication here on the side. 24 times 24, 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, so 96. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4. So what we come up with is 576 for 24 times 24. I also need to do 26 times 26. 6 times 6 is 36, 6 carry the 3, 6 times 2, 12, 156, I believe. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1, 5. So this comes out to be 676. Okay, so that works out pretty well. Plus 576 equals 676. So A squared is just 100. A is positive or negative square root of 100. 100 is a perfect square, so A is just 10, ignoring the negative answer. Okay. I could have done this a little faster if I recognized the 24 and the 26. Remember, one of the Pythagorean triples we learned was 5, 12, 13. And we said that if we multiply all the numbers in a Pythagorean triple by the same number, we get another Pythagorean triple. So if I knew the triple 5, 12, 13, and I saw B as 24 and C as 26, and I saw that, let's use one more color here. I saw that 12 times 2 gives us 24, and 13 times 2 gives us 26. That means the missing side must have been 5 times 2. Okay, so that's how I could have gotten to the 10 much, much faster. Question 4 gives us a square with a side of 10 meters and asks us to find the length of a diagonal. Now it doesn't matter if I draw the diagonal this way or this way. In a diagonal, the squares are equal. I know that this is a right angle. All sides of the square have the same length, so this is 10 and 10. So this is really the hypotenuse of a right triangle. So I can write 10 squared plus 10 squared should give me c squared. This is 100 plus 100, so 200 is equal to c squared. C is positive or negative the square root of 200. Ignore the negative answer. So C is, well, 100 goes into 200, so C is 10 root 2 meters. Let's add in these units. Okay, last problem. A ladder leans up against a building. So let me draw my little building here. Okay, with a little door here. Here's the ground. And a ladder is leaning up against this building. Let's say kind of like that. The ladder is 18 feet long, and it reaches a point that's 14 feet off the ground. Let's remember that that's a right angle. So what we have here is a right triangle, and what we're missing is this side here, which I'll just label A. So A squared plus 14 squared is 18 squared. I don't think this fits under any Pythagorean triple, so let's do some multiplication. 14 times 14, well, that's one of the squares I have memorized, so that's just 196. I don't know what 18 times 18 is. See, 8 times 8 is 64. Carry the 6. 8 times 1, so 144. This should just be 18, so this comes out before 324. Okay, so A squared plus 196 is equal to 324. Subtracting 196 from both sides, A squared is equal to 128. So A is positive or negative square root of 128. Perfect squares that go into 128, well, 64 goes into 128. A is root 64 times root 2. So A is 8 root 2 feet.